Welcome back to Hemi Brothers Access. It's John here again. It is the 13th of April. Kind of a nice but cool day here in Missouri. And I wanted to talk to you guys about some aftermath cover crop stuff we did after we chopped corn silage last year. So in late August, after we had harvested our silage, I planted this mix here, which was cereal rye, oats, and radishes. Obviously the only thing that overwintered was the rye, which is why it looks kind of thin, because two of the species died out. But anyways, I did graze part of it. This particular part I did not, but I wanted to show you something pretty cool that I found. So these radishes have obviously died at the first frost last year, but as they decomposed, I pulled up this rye root here, and they were all in the same row. So what I found was this. So it actually, when I pulled it up, the roots, here's the top of the radish, and it's just laying there kind of nasty and disgusting, but you can see the hole that's down there. I mean, it's deep, but you can see the roots there. And look at the roots on this rye that I pulled up. They just funneled themselves down into that dead radish, because obviously it's soft. But look at the color of them. I'm no expert, but that looks very fungal. I don't know, a lot of white stuff on those roots, and I just kind of thought that was pretty interesting. It's choosing the path of least resistance, and those radishes had scavenged all of the a lot of the nitrogen and nutrients out of the soil, and just kind of held it there as a storage tank for the spring, and now it's releasing itself back to whatever crop is going to be in here. And right now it's this rye, so which now is picking up the nutrients and going to hold them over, you know, just kind of catch and release. That way you don't leach them away. But anyways, I thought that was pretty neat. I mean, just don't see that every day. What I really wanted to talk to you about was we just planted some corn, and now keep in mind this was all the same field. I just decided to split it this year, but I had this rye killed off on 40 acres that I was going to go back to corn. So this will be corn on corn. What you see is dead. So if I wouldn't have sprayed it, this would have looked like that. This was sprayed about 3 weeks ago. So, and I mean, it planted beautifully. I've never seen this field behave this way, and I've been here my whole life, but we've never done a diverse cover between crops like that. So so up here, same deal. We had radishes right in the row with the rye and the oats, and I did graze this off, which is why there's not a lot of residue left. But so here's a hole from the radish, and it heaved itself out, and there actually is the old radish. Doesn't look like much now, but take a tape measure, and I mean, it's about 5 inches deep, but there's still some dead radish down in there that didn't come out. I know when we pulled them up last year while they were still living, they were probably about, the tuber was in the ground about 10 inches. So what's kind of amazing though is here's a golf ball, and I mean, you could lose a golf ball in that hole, and they're about every, I don't know, 10 inches. Kind of see how accurate my planter was there. And and the mix really didn't settle out, because I bet you'd find another. There's another radish hole right there. See? Some of them were bigger than others, but what that did was it punched holes. That tuber heaved the soil, but the taproot on it went way deeper and punched holes through the hard pan, which allowed the water to infiltrate and go down, which allowed the surface to dry out and allowed me to go ahead and plant this in the corn way ahead of anything else I had. Actually, I'm just sitting around now waiting for more ground to dry out, but that was a pretty big value for us. And I noticed this winter we got a really big heavy rain, and I drove past one of our farms just catty corner to this one, and water was just running down the terrace pans, and I thought to myself, man, when I get over here, the terraces are going to be full of water, and it might even be jumping some of them. And I got over here, and there wasn't any water sitting in the pans. It was all being soaked in and infiltrated. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how this field performs this year. But I guess that's about all I got for today. We'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.